Greetings YouTube, L0N3 here. What is up guys? Today's gameplay is going to be some Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. I'm going to be talking about basically just Star Wars in general. I will talk about this gameplay and this game specifically for a good while, but generally the whole topic of today's video is going to be just Star Wars in general and basically any upcoming games that are coming through this year or next year. So with that aside, let's get right into it. Like I said, the gameplay is gonna be some Force Unleashed 2. If you're unfamiliar with this game, basically, you know, you're an apprentice for Darth Vader and stuff, and then like you basically, you know, are torn between the good side and the bad side. So it's one of those games where you get to choose what to do. You know, you either choose to be on the good side or the bad side. So it's pretty cool nonetheless. I do enjoy it. I haven't played it as much as my brother. It's basically my brother's game. He got it and he played it more than me. I watched him and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a big Star Wars fan. Like I haven't seen all the movies or anything like that, but I do enjoy, you know, playing and watching Star Wars. So I'm not like a big old, like, you know, nerd or anything. No offense to you guys that are big Star Wars fans. I'm just saying, you know, I don't want to, like, you know, come off as like an expert on Star Wars and, like, you know, not know shit, and like, you know, and you guys get all mad like, oh, you're not a real Star Wars fan. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm not an expert. I'm just a casual, you know, Star Wars fanatic, I guess you can say. But yeah, I've seen my brother play this, the first and the second one, and this is the second one. So like it was pretty cool. And then now that I'm doing YouTube, I'm uploading content. I thought I might as well put this in, you know, for a variety of content, like I said. But the reason I put this gameplay instead of you know, a different Star Wars games, because this is pretty much the only Star Wars games we have that's HD. We have some Battlefront games, which is basically what I'm gonna talk about today. But let me just finish the gameplay. Like I said, this gameplay is gonna be a couple missions within the campaign. Nothing too big, nothing too serious. I just randomly picked some missions because it's been so long since we played this. I think this game came out like in 2009 or something like that. So it's 2015, so it's been like 6 years. So it's been a long ass time. So I don't remember the missions, but this one looked pretty interesting, so I just picked these two. So these missions are back to back, so I thought they were pretty cool. So if you did enjoy that, you know, great. If not, unfortunately, you're gonna have to like minimize the window and just listen to the commentary. But basically, I want to talk about some Star Wars Battlefront for the next generation, and the reason I want to talk about that is because I'm hyped, because E3's, you know, it's pretty close by. It's a few months away, like 3-4 months away. So I guess that's close enough, you can say. Right now, as I'm doing this video, it's March. I don't know the date. I never know the date. But it's March, and E3 usually comes around in the summer. For those who aren't familiar, E3 is basically a video game convention. You know, all the publishers and the, you know, designers showcase their games, showcase some footage of games that they're making, they're finishing up or pretty much done with, and then, you know, us the consumer, you know, gets a taste of what's to come. So that's basically the hype train for video games. It's really cool because I personally like it because it's refreshing. You get to see some new games, you get to see new gameplays and stuff like that. So I personally like it because, like I said, I have a variety. My channel is based on variety, so the more games, you know, the better. Like I'm not one who like is fixated on one game and one game only, or like one of those YouTubers that have like one channel specifically for each gameplay. I'm like, why don't you just put it all on one channel? Now I understand, you know, if your whole channel was based on Call of Duty and like that's where you got your following, and out of nowhere you started posting, like, you know, some Minecraft. Some people will like it, some people are like, what the fuck? It's up to you for Call of Duty. I understand that. But like that's the reason why I started my channel with a variety, so people won't get that surprise. So yeah, so like seeing variety, especially at E3, for me it's very great, because like I said, like all those games are basically potential videos for me. So I mean, potential gameplays, potential videos. So I mean, for me it's amazing news. So yeah, they've announced Battlefront for the next generation when the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4 came out. So, you know, people were hyped and stuff. I mean, I think we have both the first and the second one for the PlayStation. I think it was 2, I believe. So I think the second one, Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2, came out like in 2005 or 2006. So that's like roughly 9 or 10 years or 11 years. Can't do math right now. but it's been a long ass time. I know that for sure. So I mean, there's some serious hype about this game because, like I said, there's a 10-year gap between the one they're making now and the one that they've made, back in, PlayStation 2 age. So that's crazy. So, like, no matter what, this game's gonna be amazing because, like, no matter what, they can't fuck it up. Like I said, the expectations are, like, so low. No, basically, the expectations are none because, like, what they have to compare it to is back in 2005 when the graphics were rubbish, online was barely a thing, blah blah blah. So no matter what, this game's gonna be amazing. Like they can add so much, and they can add so much things to it. Like they can make so much detail, so much things. So the hype is pretty real with this game, at least, because like I said, there's 10 years. You have really nothing to compare it to other than like some ancient game that's like basically irrelevant nowadays. Now, I'm not saying it's a terrible game, blah blah blah. I'm just saying that it's so old that, like, compared to today's games, it's basically irrelevant because we pretty much moved on. So I'm really hyped for this game because I have no idea what to expect, and honestly, for me, that's pretty exciting. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen at E3, and like I said in my previous videos, it's okay to be excited, it's okay to be hyped, just don't be hyped about the wrong things, you know what I mean? If you see some gameplay or something and you expect it to be just as beautiful, just as gorgeous as you see it, don't expect that, you know what I mean? Like, take into consideration, it's a PC renderized, obviously they're gonna make trailers and stuff look amazing, so people can buy, so people can look into it. So keep that in mind, take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, have your expectations low or just none at all, so just in case they do surpass them, that's great. If not, you were expecting it to be bad, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So with any new game, especially at E3, like I said, it's a big hype train. Just because you see at E3, it's amazing stuff, don't get your hopes too up. It's okay if you're excited, like I said, but just don't expect it to be amazing or perfect or, the best game ever or the best game of the year. Don't expect that, because when you do and it's not, then you get disappointed, then you get mad, then you start, blaming the company, blaming the YouTuber that told you about this, blah blah blah. So you start playing the blame game when in reality you should only be blaming yourself because you fell for that. So that's basically what I'm trying to get at, guys. Take into consideration, there's gonna be lots of new games that are gonna be coming out, so just calm it down. You can be excited, but low expectations. They have released a trailer for Battlefront, but that was like last year E3, I believe. I mean, it was only like a 30-second trailer. You really couldn't see much. I'll link it in the description, but basically not much, but it was just enough to keep the hype going, to keep people interested, to get people talking, and that's the good thing. So it was basically more of a teaser, not really a trailer. But yeah, guys, with that aside, if you did enjoy the gameplay, cool, you should maybe hit me up in the comments. I'll probably upload more of this because honestly this was pretty fun. Quick side note, kind of irrelevant, but this game is very similar to God of War, whichever one, 2 or 3. I mean, they're all very similar, like the combos and stuff. Like basically when I was fighting the soldiers, I kept pressing X because I'm on Xbox, and that's basically the same thing as Kratos in God of War 3. When you press square, there's like he does like the combo and shit. If you double jump and press X, he does the Donkey Kong slam just like in God of War. So this game is very similar to God of War. I never realized that until I started playing, well, I used both of them, both games, the God of War and this game. So I know it's really irrelevant, but it's pretty funny now that you think about it. But yeah, guys, like I said, if you did enjoy the gameplay, tell me in the comments. I'll probably upload more of this nonetheless. If you did enjoy the content, please check out the other content on the channel. Thank you for watching, and remember, you guys are beasts. I'm out.